What if you were a little boy at the beach with your alcoholic mother who would sit and drink all day, but you didn't care because it was your favourite place in the world, because you got to go and build sandcastles all day until the sun went down. Then you eventually grew up fascinated by sand, but you went down the wrong path and eventually would spend most of your life in prison. But you attempted to escape one night and you hid in one place you always felt safe, on a beach among the sand. But this beach was near an atomic testing site, so the sand was irradiated and your body began to merge with it, eventually waking to your new life as the sensational Sandman. Eventually you spend years of your life committing crimes with your new powers, but someone is always there to stop you, someone called Spiderman. And after years of fighting the wall-crawling menace, your body begins to become unstable and your mind starts to crumble. You don't know what's real or fake. Are these your memories? Or are they happening right now? You try to change things as you know the outcome, but you can't. You can relive it though. William Flint Marco, supreme f***up. The Sandman. Our hero, or rather villain, awakens to half of his face lying on the concrete path somewhere in the city. Some strangers try to help, but it's happening again. He's falling apart too quickly. Meanwhile, Peter is at his dead-end job trying to finish some assignments when he gets a call from Jonah. The Sandman has been spotted. He quickly jumps into action, praying he's not in the mood to fight. Flint is still wandering the streets, taking some pills to numb the pain, but it won't help his mind, as he's brought back in time once more, to one of his famous battles with Spider-Man. He tries to tell Spidey that it's not what he thinks, he's not in control, but it's like he's watching his own life like a movie, unable to shape the outcome. But yet he can still feel every punch and every single drop of rain. It feels like this is it. This is the end. He's brought back to reality by some bystanders, and as he awakens once more, he stares at the pills he just took a few minutes ago, laying on the ground before him. Meanwhile, Pete is trying to get all the info he can, asking if he's committing any crimes. He hasn't, Jonah says, but they need to call the cops. Peter tells him no, he just needs to talk to him. He's not a bad guy anymore. Jonah's screaming down the phone that he's a menace, but he reminds him that he supposedly was too, remember? Pete hangs up the phone, and webs come flying at Jonah from the alleyway beside him. It's Peter. He's changing back into his normal clothes. He just needs to go and see Flint. Jonah tells him he's been taken to a nearby hospital, in room 406. He still has all his sources, by the way. So Peter waltzes in and steps in the lift, webbing the camera, so he can put on his mask. Meanwhile, inside, Flint is dreaming of a different life he's never lived, one among the stars, and he seems to be made of glass, but he's rudely awoken by the webhead. Of course it would be you, Spider-Man, he says. And Pete tells him he's not looking for a fight, he just wants to know what's happening. And he finally breaks down and tells him everything. He's been having trouble keeping everything together. Not only his life, but his literal body is falling apart. He's been everywhere, but no one can fix it. Apparently the sand is gradually beginning to reject his body. He's going necrotic. Pete tells him he's going to get him help from Beast or Iron Man. He has to do something. But Flint just says nah. He tells him of his dreams, witnessing his childhood again, all their fights, and even some other life he's never had. It's his turn to die now. Here and now. Spidey should just go. Flint's lived his life alone. There's no reason he shouldn't die alone too, he calmly says. Well, that's not gonna happen, Spidey says. Where's your favourite place in the city? And as he slips into his dream state once more, he can feel it coming. The end is near. But before his consciousness finally slips away, he opens his eyes and he's suddenly on his favourite beach. He tells Spidey of the memories he has attached to this sand specifically. He feels like this is where it all started, and this is where it will all end. Even though he'd struggle every day here with his mom being constantly drunk, they're still his best memories. Just sitting here among the sand. Spider-Man is about to take his mask off so Flint can finally see who it is. But he stops him. He's Spider-Man to Flint. And that's all he'll ever be. No point changing that now. Besides, he likes to imagine he's ugly under there. Last thing he wants is him being some sort of model. Spidey says they still have time for him to get looked at. It's not too late. But he knows it's time. He appreciates his concerns. The tale of the sensational Sandman is finally over. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know. And let me know whether you like the sensational type of videos where everyone's fighting and there's loads of sound effects and stuff like that. Or you like the more down to earth type of videos like these ones. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.